So I'm recording. So I'm doing this video. I'm going to be honest. I feel super vulnerable doing this video. I also feel a little bit ugly doing this video, and I'm not doing it for anybody to comment or say anything like, oh my God, you're beautiful. We're all beautiful people, because I know that everybody's a beautiful person. But what this video is about my scalp. That's what this video is about. It's about my scalp. And people don't want to talk about people's scalps, and people don't want other people to talk to them about their scalps. I did post on Facebook once about it already, and a lot of my friends and people that I know on Facebook were sweet enough to comment. Some people gave me some advice. Some people, actually a friend from California called me to tell me that she's gone through the same thing. So lots and lots of people experience it. But why I'm sharing it and why I'm doing this video is I'm going to put it in several groups that are about challenges with your scalp. But I'm also sharing it on my very personal Facebook, because this is probably a ridiculous idea, like totally like out there in left field. But I'm just going to think, what if, because the whole situation started last July, and it's now April of 2020, and it started in July of 2019. But I suppose it even started a little bit further back, because every so often I would say to my GP, who was the sweetest, most awesome GP on the planet, Dr. Peter Brennan, who retired, I'd say, you know what, I have like an itchy spot on my head and it's sort of driving me crazy. And he would prescribe something for me, and he'd say, just put this on that spot when you go to bed for a couple of nights and it'll go away. And so that worked. And I had that happen off and on for years. And it was usually like one spot, maybe two spots. And I would use the prescription in that one or two spots for a couple of nights, and it would just disappear. But as of last July, it started here, and now it is literally the whole scalp. And so again, my friends on Facebook who are so amazing and shared what they've gone through, thank you so much for the support. I feel like I'm not alone, because I'm in these other Facebook groups with all kinds of people with all kinds of problems with their scalps. I feel like I'm not alone there as well. But I'm just going to share some of the things I've tried, because the ridiculous idea I have is that maybe, just maybe, there's a dermatologist or two who are out there and they're quarantined right now. And they're probably trying to work from home, but maybe they're bored. They're probably not bored. They're probably busy because they're doctors, and maybe they're trying to consult patients virtually or something. I don't know. I just thought maybe a dermatologist will see this, or maybe someone with the same situation will see what I've tried and say, Heather, you've got to try this, because I'm desperate. So this haircut is a DIY haircut. Isn't it gorgeous? I know you're so jealous. I thought, if I'm going to be quarantined, this is the perfect time to just deal with it, get rid of most of it, and then I can easily apply things that will help my scalp. So the longest my hair ever was to here. I've never had super long hair, but I have had hair to here, and I loved it. And then I've had all kinds of funky hairstyles. I had a million years of perms, but then I've had like inverted bobs that I loved, and I've had like the side shaved and then long hair this way. I've had purple hair, blue hair. I miss having funky hair. But ever since last July, I really can't do anything funky or fun or anything like that, even though I have some amazing hairstylists in my life. Shout out to Angela and Bailey, who probably saw this and thought, oh my God, what the hell, girl. So now here comes the other shocker, which is that, as you can see, I have like bald spots. So the GP that it took a year and a half to get a GP, And the GP that I had wouldn't look at my scalp, wouldn't look at my scalp, wouldn't look at my scalp. Took forever before the GP looked at my scalp, didn't prescribe anything. This went on again and again. I had 4 different appointments before I actually showed up with the names of some prescriptions from some pharmacists and asked if he could prescribe something. I kept asking for a referral, and he had said that he wouldn't do a referral. He finally, with pressure and the piece of paper from the pharmacist, did grudgingly do a prescription. I then got a better prescription at a walk-in clinic that helped a little bit, but not much. And now I have a wonderful GP who put in a referral a couple months ago for a dermatologist, and now everything is on hold because we're all quarantined. So anyway, so I haven't seen a dermatologist, and it's my understanding that you need to get it diagnosed because in very, very rare cases, it could be a type of skin cancer, which is unlikely, but they like to take a scraping. That's what I've been told because I've been researching it because it's been going on since July. Or it could be psoriasis of the scalp, or it could be seborrheic dermatitis. So anyway, here's the stuff that I've tried with my research and with these awesome Facebook groups that I'm in. So I have tried. The GP that refused to look at it forever and ever recommended that I use he didn't. They recommended that I use the Selsun Blue shampoo. It would take care of the whole thing and it'd be over with. Selsun Blue shampoo with salicylic acid. So there it is there. The nice thing about it is it does actually smell nice, and I do feel like it does something. So I have become quite familiar with salicylic acid. Amazon has attempted to be my friend. So this is Head & Shoulders clinical strength, because another product that supposedly helps is a product that has selenium sulfide. Apparently that supposedly will help. That doesn't smell too bad. This stuff, dare I say this, I'm going to say shit, only because of the smell. As you can see, I haven't used much of it because the smell drives me so crazy that I can't bring myself to use it, although I probably should use it more often. So it's called Tea Gel, and it is coal tar shampoo. So I probably should give it more of a chance, especially now since I'm quarantined, because if my head smells gross, it's not like I'm seeing anyone, right? So those are those things I've tried. Then I've also, this was recommended to me from Amazon, $30. Somebody in some of the support groups said that it's amazing and it just completely cleared it up. So it's MG217. It's coal tar formula, multi-symptom ointment, relieves symptom scaling and redness. And it's supposed to help both scalp psoriasis as well as seborrheic dermatitis. So this is what it looks like. It smells indescribable. It smells like, you know what? If you're pumping gas and filling your gas tank, this is what it smells like. So it smells like you're putting globby, glunky gasoline stuff on your head. So the only time I had used it was a couple of months ago, and the feedback from people who spent time with me was that it reeked. But since I've been quarantined, I have used it. And so when I apply it, I like to apply it with this. And it's very, very, very oily, thick and oily. And it does keep me from digging and scratching, because if my hand goes to my head, then I don't want it to feel all slimed, like greasy. It takes numerous shampoos to get it out. I mean, like numerous, like you're shampooing over and over and over and over again to get it out, and it still feels like it's there. So whoever it is in one of the support groups that says that this completely 150% cleared it up for them, I would like to hear from that person, because if I should keep using it, I will keep using it. I took a break from it because the smell was intense, I got this amazing shower cap from Amazon. So beautiful. What I like about it is that it's washable. So there's an actual fabric and it's washable, because the other things that have been recommended has been to paint your scalp with yogurt. So I have painted my scalp with yogurt because you're desperate, because the entire scalp is so itchy. There's hard bumps, there are scaly sections, there are waxy sections, and it's just such a continual urge to get whatever it is off that I've told my friends and family they can smack my hand, they can shout at me. I've put elastics on my wrist, and if my hand goes up to my head, I'll like snap myself with the elastic. Doesn't matter what I do. I've obviously damaged my scalp from scratching and digging. Yeah. So the other thing I've done, this is the prescriptions. So there have been 2 different prescriptions. One has been a prescription lotion that is a steroid lotion. I use a lot of it. And then there's another one that is a steroid lotion that has both the steroid and salicylic acid in it, but they're not doing it, like they're not getting rid of it. If it is indeed, whether it is scalp psoriasis or seborrheic dermatitis, it's going to be for life. And what happens is you have flare-ups, and you want to get the flare-ups to calm down. And then you can go years without the flare-ups. But I can't get it to calm down, probably because I can't leave it alone. I've also used Nizoral. So that has something else in it. It kills the fungus that can cause seborrhea. And my eyes are not good enough to read. There's something in it special that, oh, it says it on right there, ketoconazole. So that supposedly was going to do the trick, and that hasn't done the trick. Then I've been told to use this apple cider vinegar, to use that and let that sit on your scalp, and that would do the trick. Make sure that it has the mother in it. And so you put so much water and so much apple cider vinegar, and you coat that on your head. So anytime I have the ointment or the apple cider vinegar on my head or whatever, then I can use this ever so stylish cap, because if I'm sitting watching TV or whatever, I don't want to get stuff all over my sofa or my clothing. Then if I've used the prescriptions regularly, they sort of dry out my scalp. So then some people have recommended, of course, coconut oil. So I'll coat my scalp with coconut oil, and then of course I'm using this again. But actually, I'll be honest, although then for weeks my scalp doesn't feel as dry, it still feels as itchy, but I find I feel itchier after having had a night of coconut oil. Then my friend in California, who called me after I did a video, she recommended, she has a similar situation, and she recommended that I use very expensive shampoo, making sure that they are no parabens, no sulfate, no silicone, etc. So I got this shampoo and conditioner from Amazon. I've just started to use it, but the situation is still so extreme up there that I almost feel like those would be good shampoo and conditioner to use if I could get through the flare-up, to then go with that. The other thing, the only last thing that I need to show you that I've used is because I scratch so badly, and honestly, I dig so badly, and I did not want to have this short hair, but I thought if I'm quarantined, again, it would be a good time to do it, because then I won't see people that much, and I might be able to have easier access to my scalp to be able to treat it. So I have said that I've painted my scalp with numerous days in a row of yogurt. So sometimes I use Polysporin because it's so bad and sore and throbbing that I will, instead of this ointment, if I want to go to bed, some nights it's so bad, I will use Polysporin. And the pharmacist seemed shocked by that. But I said, if I've scratched so badly that I have little cuts or anything, then the Polysporin would promote healing, would it not? And it does promote healing. So there's that. So the only reason why I'm sharing it on my personal Facebook, which there's no way anybody on my personal Facebook is going to watch 15 minutes. Not a chance. So it's not like you're going to say to me, hey, oh my God, my friend is a dermatologist, and they will totally watch this and tell you what to do. But I'm desperate. Desperate times call for desperate measures. But maybe the people in the support groups might watch this. I didn't intend for it to be this long, but what the heck. I mean, we're all quarantined. What else do we have to do? So my lifeline, the thing that gets me through everything, is ice. If I ice this, then it's not itchy. So I have a whole bunch of things here to show you, because you're going, like my friends in the support groups, you're going to go crazy and you're going to love these things. So most of these are from Amazon. So there's this jobby here, which, you Velcro that sucker on. And I have 2 ice things that go in it. They go in it, and then they are like this. And it even comes with this little part that goes on the top to sort of finish it off. I call it my ice beanie. And I have a whole bunch of these that can go in the top, because of course the top is sometimes the itchiest. Then I have a couple of these that can go like this, which have these. I also have migraines and occipital neuralgia, so ice has always been my friend. And then I have some of these. This is actually really great for my occipital neuralgia because it sort of sits on my shoulders. So that's unrelated, but I was showing it to you. And I have these guys, which sometimes can help. And then I have a new ice beanie, which in some ways is better than the first ice beanie, but in some ways it's not as good. So it has an actual top in it, and it has pockets all around that has different sections for the little blue ice packs. But because the ice packs are only about this wide, they don't give the overall freezing effect that this guy does. So ice has become my absolute best friend. So if anybody has any other advice, I would love it, because I'm not going to work. We're all supposed to be staying home. So this is the perfect time to try to calm this down. I have been told to do an anti-inflammatory diet, and that would make a difference. And I have been attempting that. That is really challenging for me because I am an emotional eater, and it is stress. Stress is part of my life, and I eat my emotions. And apparently sugar causes this to go insane. And then, of course, during COVID, we're even more stressed. And so that's probably making it even worse. So I am trying to make a change in my diet. I have a book on an anti-inflammatory diet. So I'm trying to make that change. So if you can think of any other products, great. If you can think of anything else, great. If you have a friend or several friends who are dermatologists who are bored, who have 19 minutes and 16 seconds, they can give me some advice. Okay, thanks, bye.